Hey guys, okay, so today I did something that I absolutely love. This is probably my favorite look that I have done ever. I'm just kidding. So anyways, it's a bronze and silver look, which you would normally not think to put those colors together. I didn't. I'm totally not going to take credit for this. I've got to give credit where it's due. This is totally inspired by a look that Kim Kardashian's makeup artist did on her. And probably about 3 weeks ago, I don't know, it might have been longer, one of my subscribers sent me a picture from Kim Kardashian's website, from her blog. And it was a photo of her, and it was actually from a cover that she had done on, I think it was like Vegas magazine or something. And so I thought, that is an awesome picture. I saved it. I was going to do it. It's been in my computer forever. So then today I saw that she had actually posted a video of her makeup artist doing this look on her recently in a more wearable form. So I was like all over that. I thought it was awesome. And today when I did my makeup this morning, I actually tried it and I loved it so much that I was like, I've got to do this for my channel. So I came home and I took off one eye and did it for y'all. So if you want to see how to do this, keep watching. If you want to see the original photos and everything, obviously I can't put them on here because of like copyright reasons and stuff like that. So if you want to see the picture and all that good stuff, go over to the sidebar and I'll link over to her blog so that you can check that out. So if you want to see how to do this, keep watching. Alright, first apply a paint pot or a base in a color similar to your actual skin color. In this case, I'm using Painterly Paint Pot by MAC. You're going to also want to apply just a little bit to your lower lash line as well, just because we're going to add some color down there too. For the silvers, I'm going to be using a mix of two different silvers by MAC. I'm going to mainly use the Arctic Gray, but I'm also going to use Electra. The Arctic Gray is the main color that I want to kind of go for, but I'm going to kind of mix it with the Electra to create a deeper silver. Alright, so I'm putting down Arctic Gray first. This was a part of the Chill collection, so it is limited edition, but you should still be able to get your hands on it. It's a really, really nice shimmery gray silver. Right, and then I'm just going to add a little bit of Electra, just kind of pat that over. I'm using a large brush by MAC. It's the 252. If you use a larger brush, you don't have to work so long with the colors, especially, you know, if you do your makeup day to day and you're in a hurry. Alright, then for the bronze, I'm going to use Bronze by MAC, which is, I think, the perfect color for this. I'm just going to flip that brush I just used over, and I'm just going to pat this right on the outer half of the lid. So I applied the silver to the inner half. I'm going to apply this to the outer half. And I'm just going to kind of go into the crease with this as well, creating kind of a rounded outer shape. Alright, now it's not going to look blended yet, don't worry about that. Next, take a color, like a mid-tone brown. I'm going to use Cork. I believe this is the actual color that her makeup artist used for this. And I'm going to work this into the crease with a 222 brush. And you can see I'm going right along the edge of the color, so this kind of is like a two-in-one thing. It's going to blend the colors as well. Alright, when you get your crease color down, you're going to take another brown. This is a little bit on the warmer side. This is soft brown. And I'm going to use a 222 brush, just any kind of larger fluffy brush. Get just a little bit of color right on the tip and go right along the outer edges of where you just applied the crease color. And that's just going to warm up your brow bone and make everything look a little more blended, so that it's not like brown and then you know what I'm saying. Alright, for the brow highlight, since we've got so much silver and like frost, I'm going to use a more matte color. And this is Blink Type right there in the corner. And I'm going to use a smaller, more precise brush, like a 242, just so I can really concentrate the color right at the eyebrow, like right below the eyebrow. You don't want to go down too far with the color. Alright, then I'm going to take Fascinating Eye Kohl by MAC, which is a white kohl eyeliner. And I'm going to trace along the tear duct. I'm not going inside the tear duct. I'm just sticking to the skin right on the outer edge. And I'm just going to kind of star it out. This is just going to kind of make for a bright inner corner. Then you can take a smaller clean brush. This is a 219 by MAC. And just kind of blend it out. Then take just a little bit more of that Arctic Gray and dab it right over it. Alright, for right underneath the eye, I'm going to take kind of a smaller flat brush like a 239, that same exact bronze shade that I used before, and I'm just going to run that right along the lower lash line. Alright, now for eyeliner, I'm going to use the Penultimate Liner by MAC. I want to keep my liner very, very thin. So I'm just going to create a very thin line really, really close to my lashes, especially when you get toward that inner corner. And then just barely flick it out a little bit on the outer corner. If you are new to liquid liner, or just eyeliner in general, this is a really, really good one to try. It's very easy to work with. It's just like you're using a pen or something, so no tricky applicator or anything. Alright, now with liquid liners, I normally don't like the harsh line, but I do want it to look a little softer. So, you know, you might say, why don't you just use a pencil liner? I feel like when I smudge out a pencil liner, you kind of lose something. Like you lose a little bit of the color intensity. So if you apply a really thin line of the liquid liner, and then use a color, like a really, really matte black, like Carbon by MAC, then take an angled brush, you can just go over it. And this not only intensifies the color, and it's going to make your liner last a whole lot longer, but it just kind of makes it look a little softer as well. Alright, so now that you've softened your line, go ahead and do your lashes. So normally for this I would just apply mascara and be done with it, but that's what I did today when I wore it. But for the video, I really wanted it to look very dramatic, and I wanted the lashes to look super, super thick. So I'm going to apply the MAC Blinking Cool lashes. Apply my mascara first, like I always do when I apply lashes. I do have that false lash video that you can check out where I show you in detail how to apply them. And they look like this. They're kind of wispy. This is how they look like when they're on. These kind of get lost in my own lashes because mine are this length anyways. But they do add kind of a natural thickness, so you can kind of see the difference between the two eyes. So I'm going to go ahead and apply those, and I'll be right back. Okay, so for my lips, they're looking really, really pale right now, and that's because I filled them in with this Flesh Tone lip liner, and it's by Makeup Forever, and it's the No. 100 lip liner / concealer duo, and it has a light end and a dark end. I used the darker end, and I filled in my lips, and I lined them as well. Then I'm going to take the Pretty Please lipstick by MAC. This is one of my very favorite colors, and I'm going to apply that. And I'm just applying that with a lip brush. This is a really gorgeous color. It's like a really light nude, but kind of shimmery pink. This is probably one of the most underestimated colors that MAC has. It's my favorite, one of my favorites. Then for the lip gloss, y'all are probably going to hate me because this is from the McQueen collection, which was from a long time ago. And it's White Magic. If you don't have this color, you can use Luminary Luster Gloss, which is permanent, and they are very, very similar. But I'm going to use this on top. And that just kind of adds a really, I don't know, really nice glow. Alright, so for the skin and cheeks, her skin is flawless on that, in that picture. And so what I did is, since I'm obviously not quite as tan as her, quite is an understatement, but for my foundation I used the Studio Sculpt by MAC. This is a really good coverage foundation, but it still looks natural. Use that. Then for my cheeks, to give myself kind of even more of a tan, kind of more of a bronze glow, I used the So Ceylon Mineralized Skin Finish, which is gorgeous. This is probably one of my favorite, if not my all-time favorite skin finish, or mineralized skin finish. Most of them are very, very frosted and shiny. This one is as well, but it doesn't leave that, you know, ridiculous, sheen on your face. This one just makes you look healthy, and it has a really, really nice finish, so I really like that one. Alright guys, so that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you all very soon. Bye. Okay, so that's annoying. But for my Okay, cannot find it. Here it is.